Mongolia, the land of mighty warriors and empires that once made the world tremble, holds many mysterious stories, eerie customs, and strange tales passed down through generations. So why do these unusual customs persist through the centuries? Are you ready to discover 12 facts that will make you rethink this legendary land? Let's delve into the mysteries of this enchanting place in today's video. Number 12. Mongolian women and the search for a partner. If you think finding a partner in Mongolia is easy, you might want to reconsider. Despite Mongolian women being notable for their high education, competence, and independence, they face an uncomfortable reality: a shortage of men who are intellectually and lifestyle compatible. On the surface, Mongolia appears to be a country where both men and women have freedom and opportunities, but the reality hides a different picture. So what is the actual issue? According to recent statistics, Mongolia is facing a significant gender imbalance. For every 1,000 men, there are about 1,500 women, a discrepancy that might seem minor, but upon closer examination, especially in urban areas, this imbalance creates many challenges for women seeking partners. In the capital city of Ulaanbaatar, where more than half of Mongolia's population resides, the gender imbalance is even more severe, with the number of women far exceeding men. This makes it harder than ever to find an ideal partner. Mongolian women have a life expectancy almost 10 years higher than men, around 76 years compared to 66 years for men. This discrepancy is reflected not only in life expectancy but also in unemployment rates and job opportunities. Many Mongolian men face issues such as alcohol addiction and mental health problems, while women often become the economic mainstays of their families. This also increases the pressure on women to find a partner, as they need to have a stable career, marry, and have children before the age of 29, a milestone many Mongolian women feel is an invisible burden. All these factors make finding a suitable partner a major challenge for Mongolian women, especially those living in the city. Not every man is willing or able to share modern life with the educational, career, and family responsibilities that these talented women bring. Number 11. The sky burial custom. If you think every culture around the world chooses to bury the dead underground, prepare to reconsider when you come to Mongolia. Here, a unique custom known as sky burial is not only a way to say farewell to the deceased but also a literal return of their body to nature. Instead of burying the body in the ground or cremating it, as in many other countries, Mongolians leave the corpse outdoors, where scavenging birds like vultures and other wild animals consume the body. This symbolizes returning the body to the earth and completing the natural cycle of life. This ritual has many intriguing aspects. Instead of holding elaborate funerals, as in many countries, Mongolians often conduct this process quietly and unceremoniously. After a person's death, their body is prepared and placed on a hill or in a remote area away from populated areas. Family and community members wait for 3 days and then return to check if the body has been completely consumed. This is considered a sign that the soul has been freed and is no longer bound to the earthly realm. The sky burial ritual also reflects beliefs about rebirth and reuniting with nature. Allowing animals to consume the deceased body is a way to return to the earth and provide food for other creatures, continuing the life cycle. In many cultures, allowing animals to consume the deceased may be seen as disrespectful, but for Mongolians, it is a sacred act that represents harmony with nature and respect for cosmic laws. Today, this custom is still maintained in many remote areas of Mongolia, although in urban areas, more traditional burial methods such as cremation or ground burial have become more common. But for many Mongolians, this tradition remains a symbol of respect for nature and harmony between life and death. Number 10. Not bathing in the time of Genghis Khan. Bathing was not only rare during the time of Genghis Khan, but was even considered an act of offending the gods. Ancient Mongolians believed that water was a sacred element connected to the dragon veins of the earth, and any interference with these natural flows could anger the gods. Thus, using water for bathing was strictly taboo, leading Mongolians to be indifferent about cleaning their bodies. Instead of frequently washing clothes, ancient Mongolians had a unique cleaning method. They would simply remove their clothes, shake them vigorously to remove dust, lice, and bugs, and then put them back on. This might seem unsanitary by modern standards, but for them, it was a perfectly normal ritual. This not only conserved water, a precious resource in the arid climate, but was also part of religious and cultural beliefs. They believed that excessive bathing could drain spiritual energy and personal strength. Moreover, Mongolians even considered body odor a distinct feature of each person. Back then, body odor was not something to be shunned, but was seen as a symbol of personality and honor. If you met someone with a distinctive smell, it could be a sign of their strength and uniqueness, especially if Genghis Khan, the great emperor of Mongolia, gifted you a used piece of his clothing, especially one that still bore his scent. It would be a great honor. In ancient Mongolian society, receiving a gift from a powerful figure was not only a sign of favor, but also a transfer of strength from the leader to the recipient. Number 9. Importing men. Not only is there an issue with finding a partner, but Mongolia also faces a severe gender imbalance, causing many societal problems. In fact, this disparity has created a significant shortage of men, particularly those of reproductive age, making it difficult for many women to find a suitable partner. The situation has become so serious that the Mongolian government once considered an unprecedented solution: importing 6,000 men from Turkey. It sounds like a large-scale dating strategy on an international level, but it was a real measure to alleviate the pressure from the male shortage, providing women with more partner options. The shortage of men means that many women, especially in large cities like Ulaanbaatar, face fierce competition in finding a partner. The capital city is home to over 1.5 million people, nearly half of the country's population, and the gender imbalance here is even more pronounced. This has created significant social imbalances, forcing women to take on more responsibilities and face numerous psychological challenges. A surprising statistic is that 40% of men over 15 years old in Mongolia are married, while only 32% of women can say the same. This difference is not just about the gender ratio, but also relates to cultural factors and social pressures. In Mongolia, women often face pressure not only to achieve career success, but also to marry before the age of 29. This is not an easy milestone for many women, especially those trying to balance career and family life. Additionally, the gender imbalance leads to other repercussions, such as increased psychological and economic issues among men. This further increases the pressure on women, as they not only search for a partner, but also worry about the stability of their future families. Thus, addressing the gender imbalance in Mongolia is not only a marriage issue, but also a complex task requiring intervention from various societal sectors. Number 8. No sea, no problem, Mongolia's navy. You might be surprised to learn that Mongolia, a country entirely landlocked, actually has a navy. It may sound unbelievable, but Mongolia's navy operates not on the sea, but on Lake Kuvsgol, also known as the Blue Jewel of Mongolia. This is one of the largest and most beautiful freshwater lakes in Mongolia, located in the north of the country near the Russian border. It plays a crucial role in local trade and tourism. What's particularly amusing is that the Mongolian Navy comprises only 7 members, making it one of the smallest navies in the world. But that's not the most interesting part. Among these 7 members, only one knows how to swim. This person also serves as the sole lifeguard of the team, responsible for ensuring the safety of tourists visiting Lake Kuvsgol. The role of the Mongolian Navy is not to patrol or guard borders as in many other countries, but primarily to transport fuel across the lake and guide tourists exploring this stunning location. Despite the small team and simple tasks, they play an important role in managing water traffic on Lake Kuvsgol, especially during peak tourist season when thousands of visitors flock to admire the lake's majestic beauty. Mongolia's navy may be small and seem surprising, but this story highlights the resilience and remarkable adaptability of the Mongolian people, who despite living in a landlocked country, managed to maintain a naval force, albeit on a modest scale. Number 7. Mongolian hospitality. Mongolians are renowned for their warm hospitality, and if you visit a nomadic family, be prepared to experience a unique custom of welcoming guests. Don't be surprised if you're invited to sample a bowl of fermented mare's milk, known as arag. This is not just a traditional drink with a slightly sour taste and mild alcohol content, it is also a crucial part of Mongolian rituals in daily life. Arag is made from mare's milk undergoing a natural fermentation process to produce a mildly alcoholic beverage, typically with an alcohol content of around 0.7 to 2%. The fermentation process not only creates a unique taste but also reduces lactose content, making arag suitable even for those who are lactose intolerant. This drink is not merely a refreshment but symbolizes the connection between people and nature, especially in nomadic culture. During the welcoming ritual, offering arag to guests is not only a sign of hospitality, but also a symbol of respect and sincerity. When receiving the cup of milk from the host, it is customary to accept it with both hands, showing gratitude and respect. After receiving it, you should take a small sip before placing the bowl down as a sign that you appreciate the host's hospitality. This is not just common courtesy, it reflects the bond between host and guest, where hospitality is highly valued. Enjoying arag might be a challenge for those unaccustomed to the slightly sour and strong taste of fermented milk, but for Mongolians, it is a cherished drink deeply tied to nomadic life and a symbol of valued hospitality. Number 6. The unique Sagan Sar Festival. While much of the Western world rings in the new year with dazzling fireworks and lavish parties, Mongolians have their own unique way of starting the new year with the Sagan Sar Festival, also known as the White Month. This is one of the most significant events in Mongolian culture, marking the end of the harsh winter and welcoming the fresh spring. The name Sagan Sar may come from the color white, symbolizing purity, good fortune, and traditional foods made from milk, a staple in Mongolian cuisine. During the early days of the year, Mongolians don white ceremonial clothing representing purity and exchange white gifts, usually milk or dairy products like yogurt and cheese. The color white here is not only a symbol of cleanliness but also represents new beginnings, good luck, and a prosperous future. Another distinctive aspect of Sagan Sar is that during these early spring days, people not only exchange gifts and well wishes but also take time to settle any debts or disputes from the previous year. This is an opportunity to reconcile and enter the new year with a peaceful mindset. An important meal before the New Year's celebration called Bitun takes place on the final night before Sagan Sar. This is not just a lavish feast with traditional dishes but also a time for family members to mend relationships, reconcile, and prepare for a prosperous and fortunate new year. When entering a Mongolian home during Sagan Sar, there are several customs to follow. Bowing respectfully before the Buddhist altar shows reverence, and it is customary to wish health and longevity to the elders of the family. Particular respect for the elderly is demonstrated through ceremonial gestures like gentle embraces and the offering of ceremonial scarves. In Mongolian culture, the elderly represent wisdom and protection, so blessing them is considered a significant part of the new year. An interesting and unique aspect of Sagan Sar is the sight of elderly people dressed in outfits resembling those of goat herders with fur coats and large fur hats. This practice is not only to keep warm in the cold winter, but also has spiritual significance, with the belief that these garments help ward off evil spirits and protect the village from misfortune. This is part of a ritual to ensure peace and safety for everyone throughout the new year. Number 5. The father of Mongolia, Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan, born as Temujin, is not only revered as the father of Mongolia, but also considered one of the greatest conquerors in human history. Born around 1162, Temujin came from a small nomadic tribe and faced numerous hardships in his life. His father was poisoned by enemies when Temujin was still young, leaving him with the responsibility of leading his family under harsh conditions. However, these challenges forged a resilient leader with a strong will and a grand vision. With his exceptional military organization and innate leadership skills, Temujin gradually unified the disparate and conflicting nomadic tribes of Mongolia. After years of fighting and negotiations, he succeeded in uniting the tribes under one banner, and in 1206 he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, meaning great ruler of the world. From this point he began to expand his influence beyond Mongolia's borders, establishing a powerful empire that stretched from Central Asia to Eastern Europe, becoming the largest continuous empire in human history. One of the key factors to Genghis Khan's success was his outstanding military organization. He established a highly disciplined military system with small, agile units capable of fighting in various terrains. His army was renowned for its lightning-fast tactics and surprise attacks, as well as its ability to move quickly thanks to the use of horses. Additionally, Genghis Khan was adept at psychological warfare, causing enemies to surrender in fear even before battle commenced. Beyond his military prowess, Genghis Khan was also a visionary political and social leader. He understood that maintaining such a vast and diverse empire required more than just military force. Therefore, he implemented policies of religious tolerance and protected merchants within his empire, which enhanced cultural and commercial exchanges between the East and the West. Another notable aspect of Genghis Khan's career was the progressive social reforms he introduced. He banned the trafficking and abduction of women and adjusted old customs to protect women's rights, thereby affirming the equality of all members of society. Genghis Khan's achievements not only impacted his era but also left a profound mark on world history. Today he is still honored by Mongolians and many other countries as one of the greatest leaders of all time. Number 4. More animals than people. It's surprising to learn that in Mongolia, there are more animals than people. With a population of just over 3.3 million people, the country boasts around 64.7 million livestock, including horses, sheep, goats, cattle, and camels. This makes Mongolia one of the countries with the highest animal-to-human ratio in the world. Particularly, horses hold a significant place in Mongolian culture and daily life, with about 4 million horses, even more than the human population. Horses are not merely pets, but symbols of culture and an integral part of the Mongolian way of life. In historical narratives, horses have accompanied Mongolian warriors in fierce battles, helping them create the largest empire in history under Genghis Khan. Mongolian horses are famous for their strength, endurance, and agility across the vast steppes where harsh climates and challenging living conditions prevail. From a young age, Mongolians are taught how to ride horses and care for livestock. Horseback riding is almost a basic and essential skill that every Mongolian, from children to the elderly, masters. For them, riding horses is not only a means of transportation but also a way to connect with nature and traditional culture. Mongolian children often start learning to ride horses as early as 4 to 5 years old, and by the time they reach adulthood, they can handle horses proficiently, both in competitions and in daily life. Number 3. The tradition of horseback riding, archery, and eagle hunting. If you've ever wondered why Mongolians are so skilled in horseback riding and archery, the answer lies in their millennia-old tradition with these sports, which have become an inseparable part of their daily life. From a young age, Mongolians are taught how to ride horses not just for transportation, but also for herding, hunting, and warfare. Historically, Mongolian warriors built the largest empire in the world thanks to their adept horseback riding and archery skills. Horseback riding is not only a basic survival skill but also a source of pride for Mongolians. On the vast steppes, horses not only facilitate quick movement across long distances, but also become companions in the nomadic lifestyle. Mongolian horses are known for their endurance and can travel hundreds of kilometers without needing much rest. From a very young age, Mongolian children learn to ride, and horseback riding becomes an important skill in all aspects of life, from work to competition and combat. And in addition to their expertise in horseback riding, Mongolians are renowned for their excellent archery skills. Archery is an essential part of hunting, warfare, and cultural ceremonies. Since ancient times, they have developed a unique archery technique using the thumb to draw the bowstring instead of the usual fingers. This technique enhances the power and accuracy of the arrows, allowing for long-range shooting and high penetration. This technique has been passed down through generations, helping Mongolians excel in warfare and become one of the strongest military forces of their time. Besides horseback riding and archery, eagle hunting is also a long-standing and distinctive tradition in Mongolia, especially in the Altai Mountains region. Here, hunters train golden eagles, the largest predatory birds in the world, to assist them in hunting wild game such as foxes and wolves. This skill requires patience, dexterity, and a strong bond between the hunter and the eagle. Training eagles is no easy task. It takes years to establish a close relationship between the hunter and the bird, enabling the eagle to understand and obey the hunter's commands. The annual Golden Eagle Festival is an opportunity for hunters and their eagles to showcase their skills before thousands of visitors and locals. Number 2, the land of blue sky. In Mongolia, summer lasts only a brief few weeks, with daytime temperatures ranging from 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. However, surprisingly, when night falls, temperatures can drop sharply to freezing, sometimes as low as 0 degrees Celsius or below. Therefore, if you plan to visit Mongolia in the summer, remember to bring warm clothing, as the weather can change rapidly and can be quite harsh. If you dare to challenge yourself and visit Mongolia in winter, be prepared to face the bone-chilling cold. Winter temperatures can drop to minus 35 degrees Celsius, especially in the steppes and mountainous regions. This is one of the harshest climates in the world, and Mongolians have invented various unique methods to stay warm and survive through these cold winters. One well-known method of keeping warm is drinking fermented mare's milk, known as arag. This traditional beverage not only helps to keep warm but also carries deep cultural significance. Fermented mare's milk has a mild alcohol content but stimulates blood circulation, helping to keep the body warm in freezing temperatures. Additionally, Mongolians wear thick fur coats made from sheep, goat, or camel skin. These coats provide excellent insulation and are designed to protect against the cold winds sweeping across the open steppes, where there is little shelter. Number 1, the sparsest population in the world. Why does Mongolia have such a low population density? The answer lies in a combination of factors, including rugged terrain, harsh climate, and a millennia-old nomadic lifestyle. Most of Mongolia's land consists of steppes and deserts which are not suitable for settlement or large-scale agriculture due to harsh natural conditions. The freezing winters with temperatures dropping below minus 30 degrees Celsius, and the brief summers that are insufficient for extensive agriculture contribute to the sparsity of the population. Only about 1% of Mongolia's land is arable, further increasing the low population density. Additionally, the traditional nomadic lifestyle plays a significant role. About 30% of Mongolia's population still maintains a nomadic way of life, meaning they do not settle in one place but move across the steppes in search of fresh grass for their livestock. These nomads typically live in yurts, traditional Mongolian tents that are easy to dismantle and move according to the seasons. They do not have a concept of home as in other countries. Instead, their home is wherever there is sufficient grass, water, and sustenance for their herds. Mongolia is a unique country where the past and present merge perfectly. If you have the chance to visit Mongolia, be sure to experience the nomadic way of life, enjoy traditional dishes, and immerse yourself in the pristine beauty of the vast steppes. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss out on the next enchanting journeys. Leave your thoughts in the comments and let us know which land you would like to explore next. See you in the next adventure.